South Africa is facing yet another political storm, and this time, it's crossing international borders. Explosive claims by the DA that the United States denied a visa to former Deputy Finance Minister Mcebisi Jonas have ignited a fierce war of words with the presidency. What began as a routine diplomatic matter has spiraled into accusations of foreign interference, misinformation, and a so-called right-wing Nexus conspiracy. In this video, we break down the full story behind the controversy that has everyone talking, from Pretoria to Washington, and reveal why this visa scandal could have deeper implications for South Africa's political future. What started as a simmering diplomatic intrigue has now exploded into an all-out political firestorm. The presidency has come out swinging against the Democratic Alliance, DA, after the opposition party accused the United States government of denying former Deputy Finance Minister Mcebisi Jonas a visa, allegedly due to political interference and targeted obstruction. But the thunderstorm erupted when the presidency labeled the DA's claims as reckless, dangerous, and part of a broader right-wing Nexus campaign aimed at destabilizing South Africa's credibility on the global stage. This is not a mere spat over travel documents. It is a confrontation over truth, power, and South Africa's international image. The DA's claim suggested Jonas, a key figure in exposing state capture and once a potential finance minister under a Ramaphosa-led cabinet, was denied U.S. access not due to routine vetting or paperwork delays but because of deliberate political motivations. The DA says this alleged visa denial amounts to diplomatic punishment or silent sanctioning, an extraordinary claim that, if true, would raise serious questions about U.S. foreign policy and domestic political agendas driving South Africa's international engagement. The presidency quickly moved to dismantle this narrative, accusing the DA of misrepresenting facts and seeking political mileage. In a scathing statement, spokesperson Vincent Magwenya called the claims an orchestrated attempt to manufacture a scandal where none exists. The presidency emphasized that Jonas had not been denied a visa, nor had any indication come from the U.S. suggesting such action. They insisted any delay was likely due to standard administrative procedures, nothing unusual, and certainly no diplomatic retaliation. But the DA didn't walk back. Instead, they implied that a pattern of exclusion was being applied selectively to individuals aligned with anti-corruption and reformist agendas. They cited past delays and access issues, painting a picture of increasing institutional interference. Whether these claims have substance or not, the mere accusation sends tremors through both Pretoria and Washington. What makes this moment explosive is the presidency's mention of a right-wing Nexus allegedly orchestrating misinformation to erode the ANC's moral and diplomatic standing. While no names were mentioned, the implication is clear. Officials believe there's a coordinated effort between South African political factions and foreign-aligned actors to undermine the government. The presidency warned that if these conspiracies go unchecked, they could spark diplomatic fallout and inflict long-term reputational damage, not just to the ANC, but to South Africa as a whole. Mcebisi Jonas, thrust into public fame during the height of the state capture era, has remained a respected figure in policy and business circles. His position as MTN chairperson and his diplomatic roles have made him an informal envoy for governance reform. Any disruption to his international engagements, especially with U.S. stakeholders, naturally raises red flags. But the presidency insists the concern is being blown out of proportion and used politically by the DA. Still, this controversy opens up a broader debate about how political parties weaponize international relations. The DA has long accused the ANC of damaging South Africa's standing through corruption and misgovernance. Now, the ANC has flipped the script, accusing the DA of intentionally sparking diplomatic disputes for political gain. The result is a dangerous rhetorical spiral that could affect foreign relations, investor confidence, and even South Africa's internal political stability. Observers across the spectrum are demanding clarity from the U.S. Embassy. Was Jonas truly denied a visa, or is this an exaggerated tale? So far, no formal U.S. response has been issued. Insiders hint that any delay could be due to routine red tape rather than political intent. Still, in this political climate, uncertainty becomes fertile ground for speculation, and both the DA and ANC seem ready to shape the narrative to suit their agendas. The presidency, sensing the stakes, is not just denying the DA's claims, it's warning of a dangerous trend where political misinformation erodes public trust. They accuse the DA of collaborating with foreign-aligned propaganda outlets and hint that deeper investigations may follow. Whether or not that materializes, it reveals just how serious the ANC views this clash. Zooming out, this saga reveals the deeper struggle underway. South Africa is approaching high-stakes elections, with coalition politics reshaping the national landscape. Public trust in political leadership is historically low. Every issue, no matter how minor, is now magnified by media frenzy and partisan suspicion. Jonas' visa issue, true or not, has become a symbol in the larger war of narratives shaping this volatile political era. And for Jonas himself, this episode only reinforces his symbolic position in South Africa's reform story. Whether he was denied a visa or not, the political theater erupting around his name shows how tightly his image is tied to integrity and accountability. The ANC is using the moment to reaffirm its authority and defend its global credibility. The DA sees an opportunity to exploit perceived diplomatic failures. And caught in the middle is a man who helped expose one of the darkest chapters of state capture, now once again unwittingly dragged into the spotlight. The real question is not just about who's telling the truth, it's about the long-term cost of political brinkmanship. If the DA's allegations are proven false, it may face backlash for damaging the country's image for political gain. But if even a kernel of truth emerges, it could spark serious consequences for South Africa's diplomatic ties and global standing. Either way, this controversy is a sobering reminder of what's at stake. In a time when truth itself is up for debate and elections loom large on the horizon, South Africans deserve more than propaganda and power games. They deserve clarity. They deserve leaders who don't drag the country's name through the mud for partisan points. They deserve the truth. As this political storm unfolds, one thing is clear: South Africa's future is being shaped not just by elections and policies, but by the battles fought in the court of public opinion. Whether this visa controversy is a manufactured scandal or a glimpse into deeper geopolitical tensions, the people deserve answers grounded in truth, not party spin or propaganda. Mcebisi Jonas may be at the center of this drama, but the real issue is far bigger. It's about who controls the narrative, who gets to represent South Africa abroad, and how power is used, or abused, behind the scenes.